Hi, and welcome to my channel where I make dishes inspired by some of my favorite video game characters. Today's dish is inspired by Yoshi from the Super Mario series, and we are making apple pork chops with onions and Brussels sprouts. Yoshi is a lovable omnivore who eats everything from apples to enemies, so a bright and varied meal like this would be perfect for him. And I think Brussels sprouts kind of look like a Yoshi head. To start, we'll pat our pork chops dry with paper towels and then season both sides with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. We'll let the pork come to room temperature as we prepare the rest of the dish. We'll then core and chop some apples into small wedges and place into a medium bowl. We'll mix the apples with dark brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and then let sit for 10 minutes. Next, we'll chop a yellow onion and some Brussels sprouts and place in a separate medium bowl before tossing with some salt, pepper, and olive oil. We can now head to the stovetop and heat a large pan or skillet on high heat. Once the surface is warm, we'll throw in some butter and then our slices of apples in an even layer. We'll heat for about 5 minutes without stirring, and then once 5 minutes have passed, we'll cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, until the apples are toasted to our liking. At this point, turn off the heat and add in some honey, and the apples should sizzle and caramelize. Let the apples cool within this skillet and then grab a separate large skillet. Heat that separate large skillet on medium heat, and once it becomes warm, add in some more butter. Place your pork chops into the warm pan, pressing down slightly at first for a better sear, and cook for 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, we'll flip the pork chops and cook for another 3 to 5 minutes until the pork reaches an internal temperature of 145 degrees. We'll transfer the cooked pork chops to a clean surface to rest, and then we'll start cooking the final element of the dish. To that same pan, add a little bit more butter and then your onions, Brussels sprouts, and some thyme. Let the vegetables cook for 3 minutes without stirring, then cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until the vegetables become softer and are more golden in color. Now that everything in the dish is prepared, we'll assemble. Serve your pork chops on a plate next to your vegetables and top the pork with the apples and applesauce. With that, you're ready to enjoy. The full recipe can be found in the description below. Feel free to like if you want a bite, follow for more geeky treats, and comment what foods Yoshi reminds you of. Thanks for following along.